Hello, this message is for President Donald Trump. President Trump, my name is Rhonda Rochelle Richardson. Most people who know me well call me Triple R. I really don't care what you call me, but I just want to introduce myself to you and let you know I'm a woman from Ohio. And before I go any further, let me just be clear about a couple things. When you ran for President of the United States around 2016, I was probably your biggest critic at that time. And I do want to admit, I said some things about you that were not nice, okay? I was wrong, okay, for what I said. And I want to apologize to you because I recognize that I was wrong for what I said about you. I was critical of you and I was hard on you at that time. But around 2020, in the trenches of the pandemic, God began to speak to me about you. And he changed my heart about you. And there's a lot of things about you that I do like and that I've always liked. So let me be clear about that. There's always been things about you that I've admired and that I've always liked. But around 2020, God placed you in my heart. And there's something in my heart that I love about you that I just can't put my finger on. God changed my heart about you. And I don't know why, but I do know he's placed you in my heart. And so today I took some time out of my day because I want to talk to you. Okay, I've got some things I want to share with you that God also placed on my heart. Okay, listen, everybody up under the sun can see that the reason you have multiple legal cases and all of this legal drama coming at you from every direction is because you are a threat. And I think you know that. You are a threat. You know, when people are intimidated by you, threatened by you, yeah, they will do stuff like this. They will conjure up fake cases and try to find every reason imaginable to destroy you. And they will even resort to trying to put you in jail. Now, let me just say this. You know, for years, I was a Democrat. And I believe that the reason I was a Democrat for years, a big part of it is indoctrination. I do believe that. You know, in the Black community, you grow up hearing your parents and your grandparents say that you're supposed to vote Democrat, and that's what you do, right? You know, but of course, when you get older and you understand policies and you see what some of these people stand for, you know, you start to think for yourself. I have seen enough of the Democrats to know that I am done with the Democrats, okay? And I believe that there are a lot of other people in the Black community who feel the same way. We're done. We are fed up with them and they will not get our vote. And I want to also apologize to you because I know that you were right about that border. And the border is the number one reason. That's the driving force that has allowed me to come to this conclusion. So many problems are evolving from the situation at this border. And I want to let you know you're right about the border and you're also right about so many other things too. Okay, I don't want to go too deep into all of that in this video, but I want to let you know I was one of the people who was raised in a family where you voted Democrat. Those days are over. Those days are over. Okay, I have finally seen the light. You were right about the border and about the fact that the Democrats have totally abandoned and neglected the Black community. They don't have a plan in place for us, but I believe you do. And I believe in you. And I want to let you know I'm sorry because I was wrong about you back in 2016. God has changed my heart about you. I do believe that you have great plans for the Black community and for this country in general, for all people. And I do believe that you're going to use your influence and your power to bring everybody together. I really believe that. I believe in you. Okay, but going back to this legal stuff that you're going through. Okay, everybody knows you're going through it because people are intimidated by you. You're a threat. The Democrats know that you are going to beat Joe Biden, and they are coming up with everything imaginable to try to stop you. All of these bogus cases. And let me just say this before I go any further. Nobody has listened to that call that you and Mark Meadows made to the Secretary of State in Georgia. Nobody listened to that call more than I did. I have listened to that call a million times, and I did not hear election interference in that call. I'm going to do a different video later, and I'm going to talk about what I heard in that call. But I just want to let you know, I listened to that call. That was not election interference. I heard a man who really believed that he won that election. And what I also heard are people who were on the state of Georgia side who also did not hear election interference. Because if they would have heard election interference, they would have said so in that call. Not one person in that phone call said, wait a minute, Mr. President, we believe what you're asking us to do is unethical and illegal. They sat there for a whole hour and entertained the discussion. And not one person, not one of those lawyers on the state of Georgia's behalf spoke up and said that they felt that you were interfering with the election. Okay, so let me just address that before I go any further. I did not hear election interference, and I know a host of other people who didn't hear it either. Okay, the stuff that these people are doing to you, this is ridiculous. If anybody is interfering with the election, it is them. And I am convinced that they did do something illegally in that last election. Because when I see the extreme that they're going to try to incarcerate you and to try to stop you from going on the campaign trail, I'm convinced that they did interfere in that election. I believe that they did interfere in some way with those votes in Georgia. I believe it because I'm looking at all of the other stuff that they're doing now. And yes, I don't have confidence in any of the people on the Democrat side. I don't trust them, and I do believe that they did manipulate those votes in some way. So I just want to let you know, I am on your side about that. I do believe that they did in some way they interfered in that election in 2000, and what year was it? I don't even know, 2020, right? I want to just say that. Also, another thing I want to mention to you, I believe with all my heart that the people who are the ringleaders of this negativity are Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton. I believe, and this is just what I believe with all my heart, I believe that these are the two people who conspired and spearheaded this whole ordeal. I do believe that President Joe Biden is also a part of it. I believe that. I believe that Chuck Schumer is a part of it. I believe that they all conspired against you. And of course, they've got the credentials. Most of these people are lawyers. They know constitutional law. They know how to get you. And I believe that they conspired against you because, again, you're a threat. Okay. But one thing that I also believe, and this is what I really stopped by to tell you today, I believe that no weapon formed against you is going to prosper. I don't care what kind of case they come up with, what kind of plot or scheme they throw at you, it will not work. When I look at you and what you're going through, you remind me of the children of Israel. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with their story or not, but back in Exodus, there's a point in the journey of the children of Israel where they're in Egypt at no fault of their own. And the king recognized, hey, these people are more and mightier than we are. We got to get rid of them. They mistreated them. They were oppressed and they were enslaved in Egypt. But the Bible let us know that the more they afflicted the children of Israel, the mightier they became. And so when I look at you, President Trump, I see the same thing. I see a lot of affliction. I know it doesn't feel good. And Lord knows, I know that right now you probably feel like I can't wait until this is over. But I want to assure you that God uses afflictions for so many different reasons. And it's not always what it looks like. In some way, I believe God is going to deliver you from all of these afflictions. I believe that you're going to come out mightier and stronger, just like the children of Israel. I really believe that God has big plans for you. And I do believe that he is aware of what they're doing. He knows that they are abusing their power. And let me just stop and address that. For every single person, every prosecutor, Letitia James, Fonnie Willis, Alvin, I don't know, Braggs or whatever his name is, all of these prosecutors who plotted against you and they know that they're abusing their power, they are not going to prosper.